I think
But
it
I
was
felt
true.
like, all right. I felt like it was kind of mellow than the other ones. But anyway, welcome to TDGS Reviews. I'm your host, Darren Green, joined with some of my mutuals, either on TikTok or on YouTube. Hey, D Entertains. Hey, Jenna. Ari. How y'all doing?
Good. Surviving.
So,
Good.
episode 6, A Thousand Little Trees of Blood. What was y'all
A
thoughts?
thousand little motherfucking messes.
What's your first thoughts, though? Everybody get their first thoughts in, because before we
Fuck
turn
Cassie. Fuck
Oh yeah,
Cassie. I
you're
used
Oh
to
right.
my
ride for
god,
her because I just
it's
realized
Just
someone
Cassie
pointed
Cassie?
it
all
out.
day.
Someone
Just
pointed it out
Cassie?
on. Yes, someone. Well, it's so many people, but someone just
Mhm.
pointed it out on Twitter. Like, she's not even messed up about the fact that you screwed your friend over. You're more messed up at the fact that this man won't pay attention to you. You ruined
Mhm.
a real friendship after this nigga spent the whole first season dragging you, calling you a hoe.
Right.
Yeah.
I
He
can't.
really he was first episode. He was telling McKay hit it and quit. She a hoe. Hit it quit.
And
Don't like her.
Cassie, I don't know.
And I was part of the Cassie, what's it, the Cassie Hive, bitch, that
What?
shit stunk.
Well,
I
I
was like,
wasn't part of the Cassie Hive. I took pity on her, but now
Yeah,
it's like you big
Yep.
titty hooker, go away.
Bro, you know what you're doing, and then trying to
Right.
make it seem like you trying to save your little conscience by being like, I'm not a bad person. They weren't a good girl.
She tried to, but they weren't together the entire
The
situation. It wasn't even, and everybody
it's
was
the
like, girl, it's
right,
the principal. You
like her
Yeah.
fucked
mom
your
said.
best friend's
right. Shout out to
boyfriend.
her mom.
It was weird. It was like the weirdest like way to
Right.
like try to rationalize like her fuck up. And I get it. Like everybody got like everybody somebody is everybody is somebody, right?
Hmm.
But it's just like you don't do that. Like you
Yeah.
don't do that. Like it's just
Hmm.
mm-mm.
Well, I felt like this episode was relatively mellow until it wasn't, but a lot, a, a lot
Right.
more calmer than it started off more calmer than the last one.
Mhm.
So it opens up. Did everybody get their thoughts? I
Yeah.
don't think. Okay. All right.
D, did you get your
Yeah.
thoughts?
Did you get your thoughts
I
in?
didn't. I thoroughly enjoyed the episode. Like you said, it was like a calm. It was like a woosah from last
Hmm.
week where she was running the whole entire episode. And
Uh-huh.
I like the way. See, this is how you write a good episode. The way how they just went into it so calm and kind of finishing off. Not really finishing off, but kind of putting a little stop to Rue's
Hmm.
story. Then they went into the bullshit. That
Yes.
I was fine with that. Um, I here's the thing with Cassie. We don't like her. We hate what you do. But I'll be honest. A lot of us have been in somewhat of her Position. We've been young where we like somebody that's not for us. And
Mhm.
legit, sis was on the phone like this the whole episode, and she couldn't wait to answer
Like
him. And like,
calling him and call. I'm like,
yes, because I'm like cussing her out, but I'm like, you know what? She's a kid, and
yeah.
we've done stuff like that. Unfortunately,
Or we know people that did stuff like that.
yeah.
I ain't never did that.
Right, because I ain't never did that,
Well,
but I know people like that.
maybe not to that magnitude though,
Mhm.
but we have done made mistakes and
I mean,
check our
I've
phone for
I've
certain
been with
people.
people. I've been with people who had girlfriends, but never was it like. I
Yeah,
know
it was
this
never
ain't
one of
always to
my
say.
friends.
Mm,
Never.
I
I
feel like
never.
I had
We
that.
was never that
I
close
feel
in
like I was the
proximity.
Maddie in that situation though, because it was done to me.
Uh
Yeah,
huh.
oh,
but
I would have beat that hoe.
you said I would have beat that whole ass.
I wanted her to like just mutilate.
Yeah, well, we might get that
I
next
feel
episode.
like I feel like we're gonna get it next week,
Okay.
but
Yeah,
A
but
fight.
the episode starts with Rue,
Mm-hmm.
going through it. She going through withdrawal, and she was trying to eat the poor little
She couldn't even
Jolly
open that
Rancher
damn
child. She
candy.
couldn't. I
Zendaya
mean,
was
it was
acting.
she was
Give
acting.
her
acting,
things, please. She could take my
acting.
cup. Give
Get
her.
that girl her Emmy.
She could take
Give
my
her the
give her
Globe
Please.
Globe,
everything.
Zendaya,
Everything.
please.
Zendaya, and Sydney Sweeney, I feel like deserve their flowers
Oh,
because
Sydney is doing the damn thing.
Sydney's doing what
Really,
needs to be done, even
yeah.
though her character
Yeah.
is whack. But
But she's doing great. Storm Reed, Domingo Cole, like the lady that is playing their mom. It's like the whole
Yeah.
cast is well, not the entire cast. Some of them are still bad actors, but majority of the cast is doing really well.
It felt like a family. That's so weird because people were trying to ship
Mm-hmm.
Leslie and
She was
Ollie.
ready to get her Dooney smashed in that kitchen. I know y'all
She
saw
was
how she was
doing too
looking
much,
like she was
and
like,
he called her out too. He knew
Yeah,
it
I was
was.
like, oh, okay. But see, what I found interesting about his dialogue with Gia, where he tells her, or basically just lets her know that your feelings matter about the situation. You can feel how you want to feel. Because it seems like she didn't really get like a wellness check. Like, hey, girl, how you doing? Because it was all the attention was on Rue.
Right.
And it's always been, and usually you don't get that dynamic because Rue is like the older child. Attention sometimes used to be on the baby.
Mm-hmm.
But just that wellness check. And even towards the end when they had that dinner and they weren't like, because Rue is not at that point yet. So it's like, we're not going to be like, oh, hunky dory, this, that, and the third. Like, girl, we're going to put you through the ringer. Like, you need to get over this shit. So I felt like that was kind of like tough love. And I love those interactions, even though it kind of felt a little weird. I don't know if that makes sense.
I felt like it was important to validate Gia's feelings.
Yeah.
Because I feel like her mom has always made her feel like you had to like be okay because you got to be here to support your sister, not really allowing Gia to like he said, be upset. Like, you're allowed to be upset that this bitch has failed time and time again to get clean.
Mm-hmm.
You're allowed to, grieve over the way that it's affected you. And it's perfectly valid. Like, not to believe that she's going to get clean, not to believe that she's going to hold to her promise because she hasn't. And, you're not a bad person for being upset and it's going to take time. But like, I feel like he's forcing her to acknowledge those feelings because that could affect their relationship like long term, like down the line, even if Rue does get clean way later, like, and Rue gets on the straight and narrow, like Gia could have some sort of resentment, like, you put me through all these things.
Yeah.
And it could be way worse if she doesn't like acknowledge how she feels right now. Because it could just be all pent up stuff. So.
Yeah. And that might trigger Rue again. It's all a trigger thing, a domino effect.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, essentially, it's just like how, because Rue is consistently just given, especially by her mother, she's consistently coddled by her mother.
Yeah.
So when, her mom was like, oh, like when she was saying, well, I guess she said it before, whatever. And her mom was like being overly optimistic.
Mm-hmm.
And so he was like,
Yeah.
no, she, as you said, he was allowing her to have that moment. Just because, it could turn into you're always the fuck up and I'm always having to be the one that sits around and watch you fuck up. And everybody kind of come to your rescue because you fucked up. So yeah.
Yeah, and also to add what you guys were saying, Gia's there looking out for her sister and everything like that, but who's looking out for her in her
Exactly.
emotional state, in her, that's gonna take a toll. My sister's a drug addict, and I gotta look over after her, but who's gonna look after me? I'm the younger sister. So I did love the little banter. I wish we could have gotten a little bit more, but I guess it's like it's an hour show, but I would have loved to see a little bit more banter and a relationship formed between Ali and Gia. But maybe we'll get that next week.
Yeah, like he seems like he's going to be around a little bit often.
Yeah.
Well, you forgot the part where like Rue is starting to regret the things that she said. She apologized to Ali, and that was like pulling teeth, child. I
That
was like,
had me on edge. The waiting, I'm like, is he gonna hang up? Is he gonna
he's gonna
listen?
be like,
What's he
"Fuck
gonna
you,
do?
bitch," and whoop. But no, he forgave her because he understood where that came from. Like it wasn't her talking. But it seemed like she don't got no regrets saying anything else to anybody else.
I mean,
I
she
mean,
read Jules down, and Jules deserved to be
did.
read down like
And
that.
she's still sober and all, still mad at Jules, which I'm gonna put that aside. I'm like, all right, whatever.
Is she still mad at Jules?
It seemed like
Yeah.
she did because when they went to her, it's like, man, fuck her. Just move on.
Yeah, when she was
This
gonna narrate her story, she said, "You know what? Forget about her. Let's go back to Maddie."
She did. You know what? She did. I forgot about that part.
she literally said fuck Jules.
Yeah, she said
And I
fuck
was like, oh,
Jules.
I forgot, unreliable narrator, so we're not gonna get what she doesn't want to talk about.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
So
what is your? I mean, I get your issue with Jules, but like, girl, like, it's starting to like I don't know what's going on. I don't know. I put it beside me. I'm like, you know what? You're healing.
Yeah.
So I'm like, I ain't hear that shit. But anyway, Nate has been, and always will be the villain
If
of
after
this
this week,
entire series.
these little bitches on Twitter keep standing Nate,
Who is standing Nate at this point?
it's little girl, it's little teeny bopper standing Nate.
They
If
probably
after
think
he
he's
put a gun
cute.
to that bitch's head for fun to get that tape, and y'all still no, y'all
Well,
deserve to get your
I knew
asses
it was going
whooped.
to get to that point. Crazy as it seemed, he.
That was so foul. Even if it wasn't bullets in there, that's foul to do.
Mm-hmm.
It was creepy because he did the same thing to Maddie that he did to that one guy that he beat up,
The guy,
right?
yes,
Mm-hmm.
He
yes.
like got into the house some type of way because his dad owns, I guess, all the apartments in the land, and so
Man.
he just got
But how
he
did he
just
get
got
in the house?
in and was just like chilling, hanging
You know
out,
they be
like
in one floor houses and they don't be locking their windows.
Yeah, in California, it's a lot of like
Yeah,
one-story houses.
I can't live in Cali.
But
No.
we
See,
lock
I live
our
in New York.
doors. I don't know what the fuck. We got
Lock
alarms at our
everything.
house.
Mm-mm.
yeah, it was just like extremely weird. But the whole conversation with Nate and his mom, I was like, girl,
Right.
I have a couple of things about that conversation. The mom is toxic and she's definitely,
Very.
I don't know who said it in
But
the
she
group chat,
dragged him.
but someone said that it
She
seemed
goes
like
for it.
she kind of had like a little bit of microaggressions against like Maddie because
Mm-hmm.
it did seem a little Karen-esque, but
Like
Mm-hmm.
racist.
she did seem like she said something. I don't remember what she said exactly, but it was like, girl, what's that supposed to mean?
I just remember
They,
she was
they,
mad that you called her a cunt.
but I think it even stemmed before that.
Mm-hmm.
It seems that way because going back to the season one when with the at the carnival when she came up, she didn't say anything yet. Their faces
Yeah.
were like, okay, this bitch again.
Mm-hmm.
well, it just like when she was talking about, she was afraid that he was gonna get Maddie pregnant, and
Oh,
she
because
would
she's
be the
like
type to
4.
keep the baby. Yeah, she would be the type to
Oh,
keep
okay,
the
yeah,
baby
yeah.
just,
That's what she did.
just to spite him.
That's
Oh,
But
yeah,
I
I
don't
that's
get
think
how
she
that
kept
could
the
be
baby.
racist.
But I don't think she kept the baby to spite him. I just thought she kept the baby because that was what it was like. She was supposed to do as whatever.
Mhm.
But whatever the case may be, but the whole conversation was just extremely weird because she was like so okay with his abusive nature. She was like, I just felt so proud when you pulled her to the side, but you didn't have to choke her though. I didn't think you was gonna choke her. And he was like
Mhm.
denying that whole situation.
Like, boy, we seen you.
Right, we seen you do it. And he and
He's
then
so
and then when he
wild.
tried to bring up, well, the charges were dropped. That doesn't mean you didn't do it. That just means the
Right.
justice system is shitty.
I felt so
Um,
gaslit because I was like, wait, did he do it? And I'm like, yeah,
Right,
I
like the way
remember
he's
seeing
a
this
good
nigga.
liar. Like I was like, damn. I'm like,
no, like I
lies,
don't
baby.
believe shit that comes out
No.
of Nate's
We
mouth.
saw the
Like
marks on her
I
neck when
wasn't
she had
even
that
convinced
turtleneck
that that
on.
didn't happen. Like we
One
all saw
thing,
it happen. And
one
then
thing that
she
got me though.
and then
That
they
I,
were drinking together. That's also that thing that was
well, I
blowing
mean,
me.
well, child, and that
There are some
you
kids that drink with their
Mm-mm. Not at 17, not at 18. I can't
that's
He's
relate.
like me.
palm folk. That's some palm folk things, and they kept ain't nobody cleaned the pee up.
Right,
Oh,
dirty as hell.
I was
That pee
eating.
was
I
still
didn't
there.
notice. So it's still on
Child,
the floor.
yeah,
It's still
dried
on
up
the
and all. I'm
floor.
like, well, I guess that's just gonna be the memory of Cal. But my thing is this: when she asked, like, she was like, something happened. Like, I remember you would be in our bed and you would kiss me goodnight and say I love you, but you didn't kiss him and say I love you, and then something changed towards like 9 or 12 or something like that. I'm like, and then he said it seemed like you are trying to ask me something. It's like, what was she trying to insinuate?
Like some sort of
Well, she had
incestual.
asked prior to that, did he know that he was cheating? So I feel like she was trying to figure out, or she was trying to put two and two together if he knew that her dad was or their dad was cheating, and why he went so dark so quickly. Which we all know yes, that is why he's so weird. And so just out of his
Oh, right,
mind.
right, right. Because he saw the tapes when he was little, right, right.
Right.
Because I was thinking
Mhm.
something totally different. Okay, all right.
Oh, you think she was
Um,
asking if he got like essayed by a family member
Hell or cow, but
or Cal?
mm,
Yeah.
you never know. But you just
but
said
then
it.
we
I mean,
also don't know about this third brother. Like I'm still confused about that.
I still want to know who this is and where he is. Where is
mhm.
he?
It's such a mystery with this a mystery that I do we really want to know about, but like it's in our
I
face
mean,
every
they keep showing his picture.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
at this point, it's like I
He's
feel
gonna
like
pop up
we're
like,
hinting
hey,
at something, right? Um, but it was just really weird as to how like she was just like so complicit. Like she was just so fine with him being abusive, and then when she told him to calm down because if he choked her, she's gonna send him to jail. I was like, girl.
Right.
I was
like
like,
agility, honey.
please.
She said, "I won't fucking hesitate, bitch. Test me."
Mm,
She's I know she's like whack because where are the boundaries between you and your child? Because my
Mhm.
mhm.
mom is kind of like that. I feel like both my parents are like that. Like very like, oh, we'll just talk about anything. It's like no, like have a freaking separation between what you talk about with friends and what you talk about with me. I don't need to
Yeah,
hear everything. But I feel like that bitch is badass for like calling him out on his stuff for real.
yeah,
In a way that no one else will. And she kind of feels protected in the sense of like, I'm your mother, so you
But it was
might
so
spare me.
funny. It was so funny how like he or how Rue narrated it
hmm
in regards to him always being in competition with his dad, and now he's finally won. But it's like, what did he win? Like I'm like he won what? Like what did he
Man of the
win?
house, I
But
guess.
that's still
barely.
weird. Like
Yeah.
Very egotistical.
Yeah, I mean, and my thing is, so he gone for good. Is Cal gone for good? I mean, you don't know if he's gonna come back in here like, yo,
I mean, it's probably something that Sam Levinson is,
I got a whole
leaving
business.
leaving to resolve later because it'll be a nice
Mhm.
thing to come back to.
hmm
Let's
Yeah.
hope we don't have to see any dicks in the process because, girl, I'm
Thank
tired.
please. I'm tired of seeing them season
well, we didn't see
things.
none this episode,
We really did
so
see him in
Now
this
last
episode. I'm
week.
like,
two
hey,
episodes.
that's what's
Thank you,
up. Don't speak too
hallelujah.
soon now.
Two
Now
Hey,
let's
yo,
get into
episodes.
Kat and her stupid ass talking
oh,
about I have a
chat,
terminal
chat.
brain disorder. But it's
Bruh.
two people in this bitch. Y'all need to know how to lie. Cassie and Kat. Y'all need to go to how to motherfucking lie 101. Cause that fucking lie that you came up with, and you was like cracking up while you were saying it. And like prior to that, you were very like disassociated from the moment, you know, and just acting very weird and not even trying to sell it. It's like, bitch, you could have just said you want to leave him. And then you got him to break up with you. I don't know if that was her goal, like to
That
get
was
him
the
to break
plan.
up.
I
Okay.
mean, that
I
was
think it
obviously
was.
her plan.
Okay.
But
But
I
he
think,
read her. But he read her in the process of doing that. Like
yeah,
he was like, "You're
she
trying to
was.
gaslight me. Then you're trying to make a Then you're trying to make a problem where there is none. Then you're trying to use that problem where there is none to to say I'm trying to break up with you or to break up with me and then try to flip it. Like he read her. He read everything that she was going to attempt to do, and she still was doing it. Like she still fell into the whole thing, and then tried to
So
be
she
like,
thought she was gonna get
"You're
the
just
better. Yeah, the
go ahead."
best. No, she thought she was gonna get the best out of him, and it's like, girl, no, he's actually smart. She was really, and I cannot stand people that do like if you want to break things off or you want to say what you want to say
Leave.
without hurting my feelings. 'Cause I feel like she did that. I don't know what she was trying to do. Actually, she was. I mean, because honey, she wasn't trying to be nice, but it just was so weird. Like, just say that. Okay, this ain't working
Mhm.
out. What was
But
the
remember,
problem?
she told Maddie like he got on her nerves. Because I've been in a similar situation. It's like the person could do everything right, and it's just something is they're not right for you, and it's just something about them that pisses you off,
Yeah,
and you're just like, get the fuck away from me.
I feel like
But I feel like you should at least have enough consideration to
yeah.
realize it's you and not be like a bitch about it and be like,
Mhm.
I don't want to be in this anymore and not make up a lie like that. Like,
I feel like
But
Kat wanted to be Maddie so bad because I feel like Maddie would have definitely executed that a lot better.
mm-mm.
Kat,
Was
Maddie
she though?
with the head
Maybe
game.
not.
Oh yes. What? Maddie's smart.
Maybe.
Don't get it
She's
confused.
smart, but
But
sometimes
I think
she
I feel like
does
Maddie
it
would
too
just would have
much.
left. Like
yeah.
Yeah.
I
Oh,
don't feel
over
like
to
Maddie would have given any type of. I don't feel like Maddie would have attempted to beat around the bush. She just simply would have been like, you know what, this isn't working. You're cool or whatever, but no.
She
Um,
probably said it just
and
like
that's
that
it.
too.
Like we're
Definitely.
done.
But then
So
when he
like that's
walks away,
it.
she looks upset. Then what do you want? She looked upset when he got up and left. She was
because
like,
I
"Shit."
think I because
She
I
realized
mean,
she
but in
hurt
any
him.
case, like right, because I mean, in any case, in any of those cases, I've been in those like Jenna said, like I've been in those cases before where it's not necessarily the fact that they were bad. It's not necessarily the fact that they were, horrible or cheated or any of those things. It's just simply this is not a relation. Like we cool, but we not relationship material for each other. Like, and it feels shitty because they didn't do anything. You feel bad because I'm breaking up with this person. And they didn't do shit to me. I just don't want to be with them.
Well, you're gonna feel bad either way. You might as well just tell them the truth. I can't stand
Yeah.
people like hurt my damn feelings.
But
Please.
she tried to at least give him like, well, since I'm the bitch and I don't want to be with you, let me give you this so that you at least can say I broke up with you. But she went about it like still it turned out being really fucked up. And it ended up being more humiliating than if you just would have told him like I don't want to be with you.
Right. Make her dominatrix
And they
again.
could
That
have
was fun.
and they could have
Make her
agreed to
dominate.
they could have agreed to like the terms of the breakup could have been on him. Like
Like,
because I
okay,
didn't want
we'll
to
still
be
be
here.
cool.
But
Yeah.
like, bitch, you ain't do none of that. You thought this you made yourself the bad guy while trying to
Right.
absolve yourself of the breakup.
I think they should show more of him as a character too, because we're hearing from her
Her perspective.
perspective, but we're not seeing what he does. We don't really see much of him, so it's kind of one sided in a
I think
way.
it's pretty much it after this one. I mean, are we gonna get any more cat scenes anyway?
They barely want to give Barbie shit. So what do you think they're gonna
Yeah,
want to give her boyfriend?
which is now X. So she's unless
Yeah.
he popped up with somebody else that we know on the show.
I mean, the only thing I can see like this whole thing, if he does like appear again, is if he starts dating somebody else and she decides she wants to be jealous. But that's about it. That's all I can give it.
I could actually see that happening. I could see that happening.
But I don't know. I felt like she was really fake this episode too. Because even when she was like, when Maddie was talking to her on the phone, and she was like, "Yeah, I always felt like Cassie was fake." I'm like, "Girl, no, you didn't."
I wanted to pop her in her fucking mouth. I was like, bitch, no, you didn't.
That was some high school shit. Like, I was like, "Yeah, they was always fake." Yeah.
That's what
I
bitches
didn't see
always do whenever someone gets exposed. Oh, I've been not like, no, bitch, you're a hater. You're a fucking hater. And just fucking say that. Shit.
I think if I was mad, I'm like, so if you knew you ain't say shit.
I think that was something. I think that was the biggest thing I was pissed at when I heard. I was eating my food and I just stopped. I was like, bitch, you a fake fucking friend for real. A fake friend.
I mean, we didn't get that from you. You was kikiing and cacaing with her for most of the season.
But that is high school stuff.
That's some high
It
school
is.
shit.
High school
Okay.
bitches switch up real quick.
Right, because Maddie was just cussing Cat out in like episode 2. So like,
Wait, what was she cursing her out for again?
they had some type of like meeting together, and Cat and Maddie had gotten into it, and Cat stormed out crying. I can't remember what it was. Was it last season? It might have been last season.
It was last season. She was like,
Yeah.
why are you being so fucking rude or so fucking selfish?
Yeah.
She's like, what the fuck is wrong with you? Maddie was going off on her. Because Kat was kind of being a bitch.
She was. But Kat herself is she doesn't know who she is or what. I mean, she said it too.
Yeah.
She doesn't know who she is and what she wants yet. So it's like she's very conflicting for most of this series. Actually, not even just this season, but last season too. We saw that she didn't know what she wanted to do. Because even when he first started talking to her, when they was at the carnival, they was fine. And then after she thought that girl was talking to him or whatever, she was kind of bitchy to him, and then she was nice, then she'll be bitchy again. So it's like, what do you want?
And she'd be flip flopping. I'm like, child, I really don't know what's going on. Now we see Maddie is doing her job. She put on that lady dress, and we seen it. She's being recorded, so I'm like, oh, child, she's gonna get fired sooner or later. But anyway, they have a kiki. They in the pool, whatever they talking. What I don't like though, because
That
I feel
lady
like,
was fine.
and there was people trying to be like, oh, they about to get down or something like that. I'm like, that is a grown woman.
What do you say?
It was people that, like, I was watching because I watch like people react to the show to get just to get notes and stuff. That's my way of like watching it again and getting like, okay, yeah, I remember that. People were saying, oh my god, they about to get down or something. I'm like, child, that is a married woman.
But if
But where would that come from?
y'all don't know, it's like that's like classic like lesbian shit, like women on women shit. Like, oh, let's go swimming. But I knew it wasn't gonna lead to that. But I could understand where people was coming from. But it was like, that if you watch, like, it happens so many times in movies.
Okay,
like that's
so
a lot of
it's a trope.
times.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a lot of times where like
Now,
they
she
first
is
get
married,
to
right? She
that.
got a husband.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, you never stopped nobody.
Apparently, they're happily married. So
yeah, the dialogue they had.
You sound so upset about that.
I thought she was gonna admit to Maddie that the husband was cheating. I was waiting for her. I said, I bet you that husband's cheating, and we never got it. So.
No, I thought she was about to be like, bitch, why are you wearing my shit? That's what I thought, because I'm like, when that red dot, I'm like, oh, it's recording live.
How is her stuff fitting her? Isn't she taller than Maddie?
They're like the same height. They're like the same person.
She is, but they're like similar build.
How is her stuff perfect on her? Like,
and technically the actress that plays Maddie is the same age as the woman that's playing the mom. So it's like we have it's a show.
Not your famous lines.
It's a show.
They always gotta remind us because
Lord, child,
that's not realistic. And Harry's like, you guys, it's a show.
But like, I enjoyed the fact that she tried to give Maddie some perspective, even if she didn't care, even if Maddie never talks to Cassie again, right?
Yeah.
Like, she tried to give her some perspective of where Cassie may have been in her head as to why she did what she did. And like saying, because like now this I can say what I relate to. He gave her enough attention at the wrong time. I said, bitch, I know you fucking. I know that's fucking right.
That hit.
It did.
Hit different. Okay. So, I don't know. I feel like it's gonna drop. I have a feeling that it might be like the catalyst of her like, oh, okay. Well, let me see if we can work through it with Cat. I don't know. That's what I kind of got from it when I first seen it. I'm like, don't try to humanize the situation. Like, she did some fucked up shit. It's almost like, which I'm probably wrong, but I don't know. It's just giving her that perspective. Like, I don't really care about that shit. I'd have been like, child.
But I feel like yes, we can all say, like, a girl fuck her. She's just trying to, take up a Maddie. But I don't think it's that. I think it's. I mean, not Maddie, but Cassie. I think it's the fact that at some point Maddie may end up being that person, because Maddie is fairly capable of being in Cassie's position, and intentionally, not on some emotional whirlwind shit. Just because Maddie is who she is, I feel like Maddie is very possible of being in the same place that Cassie is. It's just that Cassie is actually delusionally in love. I feel like Maddie would probably just do it just because, just to spite somebody and get back.
Because she can.
Right, because she can. So, it's, I understood what she was trying to do. I understood, even though the fact, and even when Maddie asked, she was like, so did you ever talk to her again? And she said, no, she's never talked to me again. So it was like, yeah, like, I was wrong and I did this thing and here's the perspective on this thing. But yeah, me and that bitch ain't friends no more. So, yeah.
Yeah, like, it's I don't know. Speaking back up, Cassie, she was having all types of psychotic breaks. There go Ed City.
I mean, she could have ended herself off. I could care less.
What are your thoughts on Cassie? Because we know you was waiting to pop on her.
Come on, Cassie.
Wait, what?
I said, what are your thoughts on Cassie, Teddy? Because we know you was waiting to pop on her ass.
She's trash. She's fucking trash. The bitch is trash. Trash. Pure grade A, unadulterated fucking trash. She is the one who you don't have a conversation with. You make sure you're conveniently walking by her on a flight of stairs and you just bump her with your hip. Just bump and let nature take its course. Gravity will
Not
take
letting
care of
it
her
take
for
its
us.
course.
She is trash. And then for her to continuously try to play victim. And see, here's why Sam pissed me off.
Mm.
You let blonde hair, blue eyed, little white trash Cassie go around doing all of this trash. But then Maddie has to be subjected to this awful, like, just like
Terrific moment, yeah.
way out of order type bullshit. But Maddie, who's truly the horrible person here, just gets this pass. She gets to cry
Absolutely.
with her weapons of mass
Cassie,
destruction, her little white tears, her little weapons of mass destruction, and all of that little.
But that's why
I wasn't
Lexi read
having
her
none of it.
ass and was like, "Bitch, don't
I
nobody fuck
was.
with you. Don't nobody trust
Lexi
you."
was Lexi and that mom. When I tell you, she was
oh,
letting her
her
because
mama is. I love her
Yeah, her
mother.
mama was letting her have
And
it. But
then,
the
like
but
she
actress
was
that
the
plays
exorcist.
Lexi and Cassie's mom is always playing some like kooky, drunk, sometimes
It
doesn't really
really
have
is.
control of her kids'
Yeah,
mom.
but my point
Um,
is,
yeah.
then at the end of the episode, this whore gets everything she wants. Like, what the
Well,
fuck?
it's under. You have to understand. It's under. You
Yeah.
don't really believe that Nate is like, okay, like I want
I
Cassie. Like it's
understand that
he
Nate
he
is
wants
trash,
he
No, he
wants
doesn't.
but
he wants
Did you see the
Cassie
sneak peek?
because he can't have
other things.
Maddie. And so like even though I don't fuck with Cassie no more, I'm just like, girl, wake the fuck up. Like he don't really fuck with you like that. You
He don't
sleep.
want you. He doesn't want you.
I don't
Like
know.
when
And
that
he
whore
just
was
wants a
sitting
warm
there,
body.
like
Let me tell
when
y'all.
when, when that whore had them corkscrew to her arm, and the mama said that's not gonna work. I was like, that shit damn sure can work. Show her how that shit can work. Just help her out. Help her
How
ass
the
out.
Right.
corkscrew
But
work?
a
I would
corkscrew,
say,
bitch,
like, do it.
you better
Do
off
it.
trying to off
Like
yourself
I
with a
would feel like,
stapler.
go ahead,
Do it.
show
I
her.
got the rope right
Crank
here.
it up.
You can
Crank
make
it
this
up.
happen with this corkscrew. Okay, you can make this happen.
That
Better
shit
screw
killed
screw
me.
that shit in harder. Anyway, now
She was like, "Ah." And Lexi was like, bitch, that's a corkscrew. What the
and
fuck?
Right.
then and then when Lexi put two and two together in regards to Fesco, and it was like I was like, oh shit, here she go, because she's in love with Fesco right now.
that's
Mhm.
notes,
So
honey. She was like, "Oh
I
yeah,
love,
we're
I
gonna,
love them.
yeah, we're gonna put that right in that play." Anyway, I
Like
don't
I
know.
really want something truly horrific to happen to to Cassie, not Maddie, Cassie. Like if it would have been so poetic justice if he had this gun laying on top of Cassie with this bullshit, pulled the trigger and blew his goddamn brains out and it
But
splattered
hold
all over her
on,
face, and she had trauma for the rest of her
Hey,
existence because she's
please.
a horrible person. I'm sorry,
we
I
gotta,
just
we
went to a
gotta, we
very
gotta
dark place.
censor it. We gotta censor that. This
Mhm.
is
I
a
went very
Facebook
And
warning.
dark.
even
I went
if
very dark.
quote unquote he has everything that she wants, that don't mean that it's good for her. You're in love with a psycho, well, in lust with a
He's
psychopath.
a
You're leaving
sociopath.
your house to go with this man.
Sociopath.
If he
Mm,
tells you to off yourself, you'll do it, idiot.
mm-hmm.
So you may have what you want, but it's not good for you. And her mom was like, let her
Her
ass
mom
be,
needs to
whatever.
lock her up. Her mom needs to lock her up in an asylum.
She's psycho,
Right.
and
Her
she's
mom let her
blaming
go.
me.
She
She
was
need to
like, "Girl,
be
I
she need to be
ain't got anything
roommates.
for you."
She and Rue need to be roommates in that damn rehab
No,
Oh
facility,
no,
no,
bitch.
don't.
no.
And the
Rue
drug
has
that she needs to get
redemption.
off
She
is dick.
doesn't.
The drug that she needs to get off is dick because
Yeah.
I can't fucking take it. I
Is it
can't.
that good?
How can you not? It's not. I don't even know what it is. How can you not see? He doesn't want you. He wants a body, and he wants you because of the fact that he can't have this other thing, and you have to literally dress up and look like a white skin, white trash version of Maddie, and you still don't fucking see it.
Because you see how she was posted up, okay, walking down the hall. I'm like, honey,
Okay, that eyeliner is not
that
yours.
fake
Maddie
ass
was
walk down the
That's
hall. You know,
that
everybody in
that eye
in
look
high
is not
school with
yours,
that fake
bitch.
ass relationship. Well, I'm like,
Like,
child, he is fucking this person right over here. But you know what? I'm gonna let you have it.
but
it
I
just
will say this. I will say this. Sydney, that's the actress name who plays Catherine.
Yeah, Sydney
She
Sweeney.
played a typical white high school girl to the T. Because that's how they are.
Give her
Now
a damn
that's
Oscar.
exactly how they are, having taught them for a long time. That right there is the actual way they are. They're mentally, just escaped from the rest of reality. And the entirety of the Milky Way galaxy revolves around them as if they're some celestial being or something. I don't know, but they are, escaped from reality like that. I'm serious. They're like, that's
Mm.
real. I'm just saying.
I don't know. She's a little. I was like, girl, what are you doing? Like, what are you even saying? Like, at the end of the day, I feel like I think towards the end she kind of owned up to her shit, like to the point where it's like, okay, well,
With
whatever.
Cassie?
I mean, I think she kind of owned it when she went with him. Like, it was like, well, whatever. Like,
No,
No.
it was she was
No.
She's
chasing
still
that dick
holding
all
on to
episode.
they weren't together.
mm,
She still don't see that there's a problem.
well,
She admitted to herself that she blew up her life to be with Nate. That's all she's admitted. That's
yeah,
it.
And bitch, that's not enough. That's
yeah,
No,
not
it's
in
not.
the
It's absolutely not. But
yeah, because
Like,
you still sitting with it, like you still in the bullshit.
Right. And you over there hitting him, but then you end up still kissing him anyway. So what was the point?
Some people
That
like
shit
that
made
shit.
me
They just
giggle a
love
little
that.
bit.
They love that shit. Like there is really people that's like that though. Back in high school, people just love drama and just toxicity. Like I want you to do. I'm like,
Right.
it's giving very much Ari Fletcher. Like remember when she was like, oh yeah, your husband, your person don't really want you if he ain't putting the guns in your head. Like girl,
Or no, and remember Drea after the whole Megan the Stallion and Tory
mhm.
situation, she's like, I want a nigga to pull up on me with a gun and show me how much. Bitch,
Y'all need
bitch,
Jesus.
you need therapy.
No, they need
stand up.
Ayana. They need fucking Ayana. Like I said on my live.
Stand up. I can't.
Right, we said
right.
that as the stand.
And the thing about it is, the moms don't make it any better. Like,
Mm.
there are no examples of good parenting at all.
Like Nate's mom should have grabbed Cassie and got her out the house because your son is abusive, and you just let
Yeah.
him like be with this girl.
Somebody said it. They said Nate's mom is like one of the same moms that would stand up for their son even though they essay
Like a rape
somebody.
apologist.
Right.
Yeah, a rape
Yeah.
apologist for sure.
Like,
Her mom,
I
Oh,
just
his
he
mom
don't
is
ain't
understand.
absolutely
like that.
that.
But Nate's mom is trash anyway. I told y'all she's racist. The way that conversation went when she was talking about that, I was like,
Oh, you the one that said that. Yeah. What did she say
mm.
exactly?
She just went on and on and on how, I like the blonde girl
Oh
better than
yeah.
that other one, and she's so much better. And it was just the inflection, the tone, the disdain that she had, and every bitch, you don't even know Cassie like that.
She didn't
Mm-hmm.
even know her name, the blonde one.
She knew the situation though and still didn't care. She was like, "Oh yeah, that was Maddie's best friend." Oh shit. I mean, you ain't gonna
Yeah,
say
she thought that
like,
was so funny. I didn't get that. I was like,
Yeah.
girl, what? My mom would kick my ass.
Yeah.
But she was glad it
unless she had a
happened
daughter.
because,
Unless
but
she
she
had a
was
daughter, I
glad
feel
it
like she
happened
would have
because
like.
she don't like Maddie.
Mm,
Which
Yeah.
to me further goes into that whole. I'm glad you're not dating one of those. Because remember, she was like, well, she could have gotten pregnant. She looks like one of those that'll get pregnant and try to stick it on you. Remember, she said that.
Well, bitch, wasn't you popping pussy at 15 with your husband?
Right,
Right.
right,
So like,
Right.
right.
That's how she
She,
knows,
so
because
who
she
are
was one
you?
of them.
Who are
She was
you?
one of them. That's how she knows.
Yeah.
mm-hmm.
she's trash. These
The
people are
hypocrisy.
trash. Such trash. Oh my god. And that, yeah, just such trash. I want to
And that
know.
second son, they don't care nothing about that second son.
They don't care about
But the way he got dragged, like
Yeah, they was
for
like,
the
"Me
shit that
trying
he
to
was
become that."
watching, I was just like,
it. 'Cause I still want to know which category in the hub was he on. But could have been either side.
I thought
how
he
do you
was
even come
watching
across
gangbang
that?
porn or something like that.
Like
It
it
wasn't
could be
even
on
just
the, when you go to Pornhub, you have the tab that says straight home, and then you have the tab that says K home.
no, but
It could have been
how do
either
you
one.
even get that far? Like the sick shit he was looking at, like how many hours do you have to spend
You don't have to
search
spend that many hours. You can get entrenched
searching
in the
that
rabbit hole
like
real
that
fast.
crazy like
Not a rabbit hole.
Almost like that
Listen,
YouTube rabbit hole. You watch one
you
thing and
can.
you
You
over here
click three
watching
buttons, and you're like,
how
wait a minute,
this
how
is
did I
made.
get
Like,
here?
yeah.
Because it
Shit.
wasn't just gangbang. It was very like specific, just very
Mhm.
It was.
disturbing.
It sounded illegal.
Okay, okay.
It didn't
That's
sound
the
like
type of
no.
shit you need to
Now,
sign like an NDA agreement. You need to get a
for
Right.
my
That's
physical
on
before
the
you embark
understanding,
on
dark
that.
web.
no. For my
That's
Not
that's
a
on the
understanding,
dark
physical.
web.
he
Shut up,
wasn't.
nigga.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute. He wasn't on the hub. He was on xnxx.com where you can get real specific and get real. He was on there, not the hub.
Mm.
Don't act like you don't know
He
what
was
I'm
looking
talking
at
about.
shit that you
I
gotta
asked Samson,
train
child.
for. That because he was looking at shit that
Right.
you gotta fucking train for. Like that's not shit. Oh, let's
Not.
just no.
Shut up.
And just what makes you wake up and say, you know what? Like I'm feeling a little like, I wanna watch some and you just type that shit in every day. Like that's crazy.
Like, how did you get to that point? Like, you had to been looking and then seeing like, oh, this
No,
is
I'm gonna
kind of
tell you
cute.
what happened. He got caught. He clicked 5 times and was in this rabbit hole and figured out, I kind of like this. And then he remembered what it was. He saved it
Kept
to the
getting sucked
favorite and
in.
said, "Let me go back there."
Not saved to the favorites. I'm
Mhm.
That's the
screaming.
type of shit you can't save that shit to the
And
favorites. You
then
gotta
don't clear
commit that
your history.
motherfucker to
Like,
You
memory.
boy,
gotta do
bro, clear your
incognito.
history.
He didn't click. That's number one. Like you got to do that.
My thing is, they got money. They ain't got their own laptops or something. Like,
They
damn,
probably got their
they
own
just be
laptop.
using that damn poor family computer.
Oh,
Does he work? What does he do
He don't do shit.
besides be on the internet while looking at illegal porn?
I mean,
he
look
he
at
be
you see the
plotting.
man be over
He's
there
plotting.
rubbing one out 24
Not
hours a day.
playing.
He don't do
It's
shit.
just
Nate gonna
He
take.
gonna
He
break
gonna be in the
his
family
thing.
business. You know, that's why he did what he did to
How
Maddie to
you
get
gonna
mad
break
at.
into the
What's the
family?
family
Wait a
business
minute.
He
Wait a
for?
gonna
minute.
break his
What
thing.
this?
I
In
was
order
screaming.
to get into the family business, doesn't he have to have, licenses and, certifications and
Yeah, don't Cal got to sign something over or something?
like
I
that's
mean, it
not
could have
how
already been
anything
done. Like,
works.
at this point,
And then, are we forgetting that there's a whole ass drug lord out here looking for Rue
Rue.
and all of this money that she owe her and
I
just
don't think we've forgotten. I think we're
I feel
Just
like
just
it's
an
haven't
coming up
gotten to
towards the
that
episode.
end.
part yet.
It's coming
Yeah,
up. Probably last episode. They're
Yeah, I
yeah,
feel
probably
it's
like
gonna
we're
be
gonna
the
hit this
cliffhanger.
during the
well, I
last few
don't feel
episodes.
like in real life. Well, Harry, this is where Harry inserts the "this is a show"
Oh
part
my
of it.
god.
Yeah,
But in real life, they're not letting you go weeks and weeks and weeks and days and days for the money. Like Pablo Escobar is in Mexico waiting for your arrival.
I feel like towards the end, she gonna be like, "Oh my god, real, I'm glad that everything's great, but you still owe me, bitch. So you come with me." I'm telling you, look, she gonna catch
she
her
may
end of
not
this season.
even get Rue. She might get Gia.
Yep.
If she
She
gets
might
Gia,
Gia,
get
let me tell
Gia.
you. Let me tell you
Gia
how
don't deserve
fucking
that
mad
shit.
Gia would be. Let me tell you, if that shit happens to Gia, Gia ain't speaking to Rue, never again.
She ain't
Not
gonna have a
again.
choice. She
Bitch,
better
I
Not
got
speak
God
in
again.
because of
Spanish.
you.
She better,
I could
get
bet they
good
gonna
on her
get.
And
Spanish.
after that, after they get
Mm.
Gia back, Gia better fuck Rue up, like whoop her ass. Like that shit would piss me off
No, that's not. No, that's a deal breaker. That's not a. I'm gonna fuck you up. That's a. You are not a part of my world or
at
existence
all.
anymore.
I feel
Like
Yeah.
like
I don't
Rue
know who you
needs to
are.
Or I
come
would still fuck
clean.
you up, but then I would be like, bitch, fuck you. Go to hell.
Rue needs to come clean so they can come up with this loan. Cause
I
That's
would
yeah,
have
what she
told.
should have
I would have
did.
said something.
Like,
Said,
hey,
"Mom,
it's not
I owe
mine.
a
Here's
Taylor some money."
all because all she said was it's not mine, and it's like, bitch, of course I don't believe you if that's all you say. But you had to say like it's not mine.
Mhm.
I owe mad people mad money. What the fuck am I gonna do? But that's all you say.
Like
Well, she probably couldn't
even
fucking
if,
think because she had a fucking
but
concussion from
see,
banging
here's
her
the
head around the
issue
house
because Rue
anyway.
knows.
But still,
But Rue knows if she tells her mom's first instinct is gonna be, well, we need to call the police, and then they're gonna call the police, and then there's gonna be that whole situation, and then
Mm.
I
well,
just think
y'all know Leslie slow, but continue.
She's
I'm
not.
just
she
I
yeah,
don't think
she's
is.
she
not a black.
is.
Leslie is a white woman character that happens to be played by a black lady because I just can't.
Oh,
Um,
Leslie is her mom. Yeah, they need somebody black. They need Shonda Rhimes to write for this
they said
character.
it is Shonda.
I'll, hell, I'll take Tyler.
right.
No, not Tyler Perry.
Not
Yeah,
No,
we're
Tyler
not doing
Perry.
Tyler.
Why
No,
would
we're
you
not. Don't
ever
do
say
Tyler.
that? It's Black
because
History Month,
if
please.
it was Tyler Perry, Rue's ass would have been strung up, somewhere getting essayed
She would have
multiple
come in the
times,
house, and my
like Candy.
angel will be
Y'all remember how he had
here.
Candy in that nasty ass red wig? He would have had Rue stumble in the house like,
She would have been.
And then she would have did
I
a
found
whole
Jesus.
180. She would have did a whole 180. Like, oh, I'm better now because I found God. Okay.
yes,
Yeah,
Lord,
for the rest of
my
right.
days.
Shut up.
She would have been
Y'all work hard. I can't stand y'all.
Yo.
right.
Oh God.
Okay.
Gia would have been. Oh my God, I love you. Oh my God.
So can we talk about how what's the skinny boy, what's Faye's boyfriend? What's her name? Hope, whatever her name is, the one that's staying with Fesco.
Faye.
How he ratting out
Dale,
Fez.
Faye? Is it
It's
Faye?
Faye. It's Faye.
Faye, yeah.
It's
Faye.
Faye. Oh,
Yes, yes, it's Faye. Continue, Harry.
I look Faye, Hope, Serenity. It's one of them names.
Serenity.
And she's just like I don't know what's gonna happen with that because Ash didn't catch it on the
Ash is
screen.
over there peeing.
he went to pee.
But usually Ash is even because I'm usually Ash when
Ash
we
be on
watch it, even if he has a pee, he would have
Yeah.
probably still caught it. But he was I don't know why he was so like remiss.
Because Faye's slow. He didn't think she was doing nothing.
Right, this is true. But like the fact that he's talking about, the fact that he's cooperating, he's like, well, I'm not cooperating. They just already had a hunch.
I'm like,
Faye's gonna
Still
snitch.
cooperating.
Faye's gonna snitch because Faye's like low key selfish, and
she's a heroin addict.
she's gonna put herself first because she's like, bitch,
Some
I'm gonna
bad
go to jail.
She gotta put
you're
me
gonna
first.
go to jail for your ass. Hell no.
Me first.
I gotta put me first.
And I
But-
saw Fezco. He's not in that seat for Lexi's play, and I swear to
Yeah.
God, if
Ooh.
Faye's stick body ass says Jack to put my man in jail, bitch, it's time
Not
to
still
snatch
there.
them motherfucking lips off
I'm gonna go
It's her.
snatch some
and
motherfuckers.
beat that hoe up.
It could even
Them
be the
lips be
drug
out there.
dealer lady coming for Fez, asking where Rue is at.
Then Rue needs her ass beat again.
Rue just
Okay.
better, girl.
Be
she
running
just-
again.
You better lay low.
You better lay low.
Okay.
Whenever I hear that, I don't think of the original song. I think of Whitney Houston saying that.
Yeah.
That's what I mean.
Award
That's
show.
the reference. That's the
Like, I can't even hear the real song. It's always Whitney Houston. Shout out to Whitney Houston who died 2 years ago.
Yeah, it's
of
been
this
10
exact
years.
thing.
Well, no, it was the 11th. It was on the 11th.
It
It was
was
Friday.
it was like it was around like
It was Friday.
But at least when Whitney was high as a kite, she knew what the fuck to do. Rue just be all over the motherfucking place.
Like,
Because
Rue-
Whitney was high as a motherfucking kite for them damn speeches.
But see,
and
how
she
long
would-
do y'all think this is gonna last? Because we found out towards the end, unfortunately, that she couldn't go into the rehab facility. So how far? I mean, and it was sad because it's like she's really she's gonna kill herself. I mean, I think.
But here's my
Yeah, go
thing.
ahead.
Aren't they in Los Angeles?
It's probably
Right.
something. It's probably something to do with. No, they're not in Los Angeles. They're in like Calabasas, one of the suburbs. But it's probably
I think
something.
they're like
It's
Palmdale.
close
it's-
enough.
I think they're like
It's
Lancaster,
probably
Palmdale.
it's probably
area.
something to do with insurance. It
'Cause
might
they
it might
ain't
be
got the
that.
funds.
no,
Here's my question is this. Knowing what I know, if you have that big of a problem, you can work with the school, and the school system can get you sometime programs and things that will get you inpatient where you won't have to it'll offset like if your insurance doesn't cover it if the safety of the child is at hand. Now what may end up happening is and sometimes you got to take the good with the bad. They may have to get child protective services involved and things like that.
We're
But
thinking
at this
too
point,
hard.
Leslie ain't doing the goddamn thing, and she's a detriment to her child anyway.
We're
I
thinking
mean-
too hard for Euphoria. Like we're thinking way
Yeah.
too deep for Euphoria. It's a show, y'all. It's a show.
I mean, well,
Well,
I don't think they're
that might have to be one of the only ways if they were gonna do it.
And
That-
my
but-
other question
But then
is,
it's
if
like
the whole
Leslie
school
might
knows-
lose Gia.
if the school knew this whore was in rehab,
Uh-uh.
how is she not in CPS control? I mean, how is she not down there to the Child Protective
Do
Services?
you see how booty butt naked them little bitches be in that school? You think they give a fuck?
I'm talking
Booty butt.
about the teachers and stuff.
And
Administration. If they
and
know,
half them students out that bitch be showing up higher than a
We
bitch. You think
never
they give
see
a
the
fuck?
teachers. I
Right,
don't
we've
know.
never seen the teacher. I've never
Right.
seen the
We
teacher in
we
It's
saw the
like
Euphoria.
Charlie
principal
Brown.
once.
no,
You
we
don't see
did
them
see one
bitches.
this year. We did.
You don't see
Remember
them
what
bitches show up with a
episode?
pencil. You don't see them bitches show up with a book. You don't see them bitches show
No
up with
bag,
nothing.
no nothing.
I ain't never seen them girls go to class.
Yeah,
They
they
always
never
in the
even got one.
goddamn bathroom putting on
Okay.
makeup.
Yes, they are always in the goddamn bathroom. They're
In that
You don't
always
damn
at
see
the
them bitches show
bathroom.
up with a
bathroom.
sticky. You don't
Listen,
see
they
them
got
bitches.
some of the best teachers on earth. Because I know when I was in school, go to the what bathroom? No, no, sir, sit down. No, you're not doing that.
Well, I
Bathroom.
think somebody made an article talk about some. Oh yeah, girls is not going to school all makeup and face
That's
and
not true
hair
though.
No,
did.
I
Yeah,
knew
they
Like,
some. I
do.
knew
Now
some
that
That's
they
not
do.
true.
at
They
some of the
do.
schools that I went to
Yes.
that
They
they
may not.
didn't.
It may not be as
Yeah,
elaborate as what as Maddie's makeup or Kat's makeup, because they got Maddie and Kat have great eye makeup.
Speaking
for
of
But
sure.
cat, did y'all talk about trash ass cat already?
I have
yeah,
a terminal
yeah,
brain
Okay,
illness,
yeah. I don't
girl.
need to. We don't need to rehash
She
that.
do have a terminal illness. That's why she talking all that shit.
Like,
Her terminal illness is I don't know how to fucking lie.
it's
That's it.
accountability, child.
She
That's
don't
what
know what
that
she
is.
want.
Mm-hmm.
And it's okay not to know what you want, but just say like, "Hey, can't be in this relationship."
I just
Instead
love how
of
Ethan read her. That's just my thing. He ate her
Hmm.
ass up, and I was
mm-hmm,
like,
mm-hmm. I was here for. I loved
Now
how he gave her the business.
we ain't talk about this yet. Nate and Jules.
Oh, yeah.
oh yeah.
I wanted him. I wanted her to slice his ass. I really wanted her to slice his ass.
What?
She should have just came in that truck and just started
I feel
And
slicing.
like there's I feel
y'all
like
know what
there's
happened first season. So what? The part where he was like, "I never regret anything I said."
I feel
What was
like
that even
that's
supposed to mean?
foreshadowing. I feel like that's foreshadowing because y'all know Jules is kind of on like Cassie energy where it's like I just want to be attached to somebody.
Mm.
And I feel like I swear to God if she does, I'm gonna whoop her ass. But I feel
Well,
like
it
it
does
might
what?
be like start, fiending for Nate because she don't have
Ew.
room no more.
She did
I
kind
feel
of say
because she
something.
But she
said
got
she said
Elliot.
wait
Wait,
because she said at the end because Nate was like, oh, everything I said to you was true, and she said, oh, some is mutual, the feeling's mutual, or me too.
Yeah.
What did he say to her though? Because I don't remember.
He said he was Tyler when he was Tyler, and he was saying like I love like not I love you, but like all these like nice like lovey dovey things, whatever. Like they was
Oh.
finna be together. And he said all of that was true, and she was like, "Yeah, same on my end." And I feel like that's foreshadowing because now she don't have Rue, and I don't think she has
And
Elliot.
she gonna flock to Nate. Oh, girl.
That's gonna be some sad shades.
I
Okay,
hope
and
not.
Because Cassie and
in some
her,
sick, twisted way, I could see Nate doing that because of the whole Cal situation and his disdain for his dad and the daddy issues that he has.
he wants to conquer.
And he's
I'm like,
always competing with that. That would, I'd be upset. I still blame the writers and Sam and all of the people that let that whole gun
like
team out.
it's like a
Sam is
pissing
trash.
contest with Cal and Nate, and it's like not with the same people that y'all dealing with. It's
Yeah,
just
that's
it's
But
kind
it's
of.
weird.
Mm.
yeah, that's real
That wouldn't be a
weird.
good look. I'll be like, child, now, Sam, what is we doing? This is some real
Like
shit.
I'm already giving Sam the side eye right now anyway. So
Like I hope that. And then she watched the tape. I'm like, girl, why isn't nobody
Yeah,
breaking this
the fact that
tape?
she watched the tape, it was weird
Destroy
to
the shit.
me. It was the fact that she watched it or that
the
she was
fact that
watching it. It
Nate
was like,
is
why are you
listen
self-inflicting or re-inflicting this trauma on yourself is the problem for me.
now, if I'm Maddie, you gonna have another copy of that.
I thought that she
I
was
feel
gonna
like
pull
yeah.
one out, like give a smirk, little smile, and then pull it out, like boom.
But
I'm
then
just
again, we don't know.
somebody
Jules
has another.
might. I feel like either Jules is gonna say
because
something or Maddie has another copy.
We
We
are
don't
living in
because
know.
the thing
Twitch
about it
too.
is
That shit
Maddie
is
at
screaming.
this point is livid. Like Maddie is at DEFCON 5 at this point.
Mm-hmm.
I
And
don't
so
think.
she's
I mean, I
looking
don't think
for a
she's
reason.
livid. I think Maddie. At this point, Maddie. At the end of this episode, Maddie was scared as shit.
She
We see her
was, but
in the sneak
knowing
preview.
no, but once he told her it was never a bullet in this gun. Basically, he was just doing that. She was already here, and she's through the roof now. So you better be damn skippy. If I was already here, I would have kept a copy of it just in case something happens to this, so that I could expose your ass to the ends of the moon. Because that's how high school girls are. They about exposing you. That's what they do.
I don't know, but I feel like she probably think, oh, he probably a school shooter at this point. Like if I do some shit, he might come up here and try to kill my ass.
Right.
And you can go in, you can entry in my damn room anytime you want. Like, nah, like I feel like Maddie just might. We see her in the sneak preview. She's like beating on the door trying to get to Cassie. Was that a or that's a
Cassie.
yeah,
Trying to
Cassie.
get to Cassie.
Yeah,
I want to see that.
uh-huh. What's happening there? But then we see Cassie and Nate, walking in like
Walking that, yeah, like
I'm like walking the beat, like, girl, y'all fake as hell. Girl, y'all ain't never in class.
they should do like Game of Thrones. Shame, 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 shame.
Okay, look,
Oh, goodness.
when I child, and then it's so weird.
I can't wait until this fucking play. I've been waiting this whole season ever
This
since
play,
they brought
right.
We
they,
get to
ever
play.
since they brought us the play for that Lexi was putting together. I've been waiting to see this shit
Like, is
because
this shit
I
about
cannot
us?
wait. Because I know
This shit was
now,
funny.
because I know now that Lexi's gonna. I mean, not Lexi, but Maddie's gonna beat some ass. She's like, it's too many bitches from this family trying me. So at this point, I'm gonna beat everybody's ass. I'm
Like,
kicking
and for,
everybody's
for
ass.
this at this point for me, Maddie, your whole that bitch bad girl persona is out of the window.
Mm-hmm.
You lost
I
all your street cred, bitch.
I mean, you lost it all. Like, girl, they is punking you left and right. Girl, you out here getting dish ragged and ain't doing a goddamn thing about it. You don't believe
Who you
that
talking about?
shit?
Maddie.
Huh?
Yes.
Maddie.
Maddie,
Maddie.
No, Maddie's going.
she taking L's all over the place. Every
She gonna
time
fight
you
But
back.
look.
I don't think it's her because
She getting good ready.
I think it's situational, right? Because like the thing with Cassie, we didn't get that because the shit with Ruth going on, right? And then we didn't get I guess we didn't get the whole reveal with the tape because Nate is crazy. So I feel like she
She
will
could have
have
had
her.
that with Cassie. She chose not to. Mama ain't about that life. When it came out, I'm gonna really get violent. No, you don't say you gonna get violent. You get
Just
violent.
do
You do
it.
it.
Okay, that's what you do.
Well, we have to. Okay.
Cause she should have honestly been on her ass before Rue finished that sentence. How
Right,
long have you been fucking that?
right.
That's it.
Girl, you should have been 2 to the head,
That's
3 to the body immediately.
Look,
What
if
are we
Maddie was
talking
black,
about?
if Maddie was black, that would have
Come
already
on.
happened. That would have been like, bitch.
She wouldn't care if her mama was there or not. She would have.
Right. Your mom can
Your
get some
mom would
too.
have been like,
Actually,
Your mom
immediately.
can get some too.
But she should have dragged Cassie by the hair back downstairs. Like, bitch, where are you going?
right? Because what
Right.
happened when they went upstairs? That's my point. I'm like, oh, so she just walked out.
Clearly nothing happened.
Cat probably held her back because
Yeah.
Maddie's
Like,
like
shut
real
the
small.
fuck up, Cat.
So.
I'm like, ooh.
Well, we all know
Oh,
that
that shit was funny as hell.
Cat is just there
I
to
still can't
placate Maddie the entire time.
She do just be there. I'm like, honey, you a
Mhm.
whole prop. But you see why she has an issue with her character. I mean, she's barely there, and then when she is there, she just weird.
I mean,
I don't know what's gonna happen with that character. What else is going on? I think we done covered everything on the episode.
Did you talk about Lexi and Fez?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Lexi and
And
Fez.
Stand By Me. I thought they was gonna fuck.
Fuck you,
No,
Teddy.
they're in the dating process.
I mean, Jada, I know
right.
that's your man and all. I know.
No,
Who?
I'm
Oh, you
not
talking
saying
about
I'm not saying because of that. Like I want them to get together, but don't you want like a lead up? I
the
didn't want
right
it to be
way?
that quick.
Like,
Nikki,
yeah.
this is Euphoria.
The contrast of her sister.
Right,
Listen,
we want the
Oh,
contract. We want the contract of her sister, and then also Fez. Even though Fez is kind of like a little gutter, but
not
like
butter, but
he, a little wigger, if you will.
Wigger.
He really is an Eminem.
Wicker.
He's like, but like he's also very much he's gentle. He's a gentleman of sorts. So I don't think he was even I don't had Alexi initiated, he may have gone for it, but I don't think he would have initiated it himself on his own.
I mean, if we're about being real life situations, it would have went down.
Oh my god.
Oh yeah, probably.
Really?
They was holding hands
Not
and stuff.
necessarily.
No,
Not necessarily.
not if you like really like the person and
You
you're
wanna take
not
it
on
slow.
that type of vibe and you want to like feel
I
him
don't
out.
think Lexi
Because
would
we have to remember, like, Fesco respects Lexi, and
Yeah.
he thinks he thinks she's smart and all of that shit. So, like,
But I think Lexi knows that she can't end up with a whole ass drug lord. You know what I'm saying?
Well, I mean, I don't. I look at her parents. Who the fuck? Like, no one
Right.
could fucking
Her- yeah.
her dad is whack and did a whole bunch of fucked up stuff, and her mom
is a
is
wino.
Right.
is
Not a
just
wino.
She stay
Yeah,
having
yeah,
a glass attached to her
mom.
hand.
Feeds high school girls with copious amounts of alcohol. That's what her mom does. What she does.
Y'all ain't gonna get on Cassie Mott now. She I feel like she the glue.
She just wants to watch her
Not see the
$1
glue.
million matchmaker. That's it.
She wanna be in that
just-
friend
Want
group
to watch
so
her
she
bad.
$1 million matchmaker. Y'all making all this noise.
she is a bitty ass piece of scotch tape holding that whack ass family situation together. That's what the fuck. Lexi don't want shit to do with it. She's like, bitch, I'm getting my fucking diploma
I'm the black
and I'm gonna
fucking
get a
sheep.
scholarship or whatever.
I'm gonna turn this shit
Can
into a
we
movie.
talk also about how Ali came in these people's house and was just going in and letting out? And I understand the whole thing, but I was like, tone
Wait,
it
who?
down, bro. Tone it down.
Ali,
When he came over to the house,
I just know Leslie was ready. Leslie was ready to get it going in the back.
She was ready to get it going. I was like, ooh,
He was ready to do so.
not
That's what I
stepfather. Hey.
Not she
well, wait a
gonna
minute.
get- not she gonna
Wait a
shack
minute.
up
Wait a
with
minute.
with one crackhead.
Leslie can fuck
And she
Ali.
got a-
Wait a minute. So it's
and she
okay
got
for
a kid
Leslie
for
to
another.
fuck Ali while her daughter's going through a whole withdrawal, but it's not okay for Lexi to fuck Fesco when they really want to fuck each
Oh,
other.
I'm not.
Children.
It's not. Wait. It's not that they're not okay. It's they have a different type of relationship, and
Yeah.
Lexi
Right.
and like I feel like it means more,
Yeah.
and
Right.
they're just totally different from.
Yeah.
It's like how you're trying to frame it is like a disrespectful kind of like Leslie's disrespecting Rue, which I wouldn't fucking blame Leslie if she wanted to get down with Ali because she's
I
tired.
think they're just
In
flirting.
the middle of your
That's
child,
it.
the whole
I
point
feel like they're just flirting. Ain't
What
no
Right.
reason
She
to-
going through withdrawals
She's
too.
already going through the worst part of withdrawal. She needs a break.
Right.
She needs a release.
I'm not right. Her mama going through withdrawals too.
She don't have no
Damn.
man.
Listen,
Right. She ain't got no man. Ruta scared the last man she had
I'll get
off.
some halal.
Wait, who was the
Look.
last? Oh, I missed it. I gotta go back.
I
was
be
from
forgetting
season
the
one.
first season.
It was from season one. She was like, it's not that I don't like you. It's just that I think my mom could do better. I was like,
Ooh.
damn.
What's some white guy?
But see, me and the entertainment was talking earlier. We was like, she might be in the white ping.
Not for Ali,
Yeah,
honey. You saw
yeah.
she said he's
Right.
handsome, and every
She's like,
time
hold up, this might be the one.
every
This
time
might
he
be-
be there, she'd be like, "Do you want
Right.
something to drink?"
Sis don't wear nothing but turbans. That night he was there, sis had a whole
She
twist
said-
out. I said, fuck it up, girl. Fuck it
Her
up.
shit was done.
Yes.
How your shit
I had
was
one
done?
done and laid down. It was laid. I think,
It was nice though. Her hair was
She don't wear
nice.
nothing but turbans. She don't wear nothing but turbans in that house
Nothing but
all the
turbans.
time.
And
She got
Rue said, "Ali's coming over." She said, "Bitch."
Hold on, wait.
right. She said, "Oh, I'm gonna take
'Cause
these
I'ma look
shoestrings
good.
out tonight, baby."
woo. Yeah. Mm,
Mm.
Well,
I don't
guess
know.
that covers. I don't
Yeah.
know if there's anything else.
No, I think that basically covers episode 6. Just
Yeah.
final thoughts on what you think is going to happen to the characters, how you feel about where they at now before we close out.
I just need this play to be everything.
Shit gonna hit the fan.
Like I need
a fight.
I need fighting in the in the audience
In
and
the
all.
theater.
Like I need a whole knockdown. I need it all.
I need Mean Girls. I need the end of Mean Girls when all the bitches was running through the hallway because Regina George set it off. I need that part
Mhm.
2 in this bitch.
Not
That's what
Like
I
I need
Euphoria
need.
all of
High.
that.
That's what I need. Okay.
Mm.
Period.
I think that drug dealer's gonna snatch up Gia.
Oh no,
I
no.
I
think
hope.
It'll be when we least expect it.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Did Gia come home from school yet?
Where G at? Oh my god.
Damn. Don't do that. Please don't.
Honestly,
Ooh, no,
Let's
don't do
wait
that.
2 fucking years.
I feel like if they took her, Gio would just be like, just fucking kill me. I'm fucking sick of
I
this.
feel like she might off the mom.
Oh,
The
Oh
mom,
damn!
oh no. But they gonna be orphaned.
they not.
Right.
It's not gonna be that. I
I
feel
mean,
like
they
it's.
might as well
I
be
think it's
orphaned
gonna be
now. Ain't
children.
like Leslie doing any damn thing in that goddamn house.
She got
I
a
mean,
new
she's
man, honey.
trying.
Don't give
She's
her
Yeah,
trying
tea.
she got a man,
Trying
honey.
what?
to get her some Muslim peen.
Oh my
And he
god. Is
is.
he Muslim? Is that what
He
his
is.
thing
The
is?
I
character
think
He's
said
so.
Muslim.
Muslim.
He's
I
Muslim.
think so.
Oh,
He wants some
okay.
halal
That's
food.
nice.
That's
She.
Mister.
Assalamu
He playing
alaikum.
Mister, right?
Oh, he's
Hmm
gonna do
On the new
so
color
good
Yes,
in
he
purple.
that.
is playing Mister.
Well, y'all
On the
That's
gonna
new
hate him
color
now.
He's
purple.
gonna
good.
do
Y'all
so
gonna hate him
well.
now.
Did you see Zola? He was really good in Zola too.
I didn't see Zola now.
Zola
He
was
was
good. Zola was
he was
really
good in
good.
Zola. He was kind of scary. He was like very scary.
Hmm. Yeah, I don't know if I want to watch that, child.
You didn't read the tweets? The tweets are hilarious.
That's what. Yeah, there was like this whole big thread in Twitter.
Yeah, my
Yeah.
co-host was trying to
Zola
tell me about that. It's a movie that started from a whole tweet thread. I'm just like,
Yeah, Zola
I
is
remember
because I'm
the
I'm
thread.
from Detroit, and the girl actually named Zola that made the tweet thread like that talked about the whole like situation on Twitter. I remember when it happened on Twitter. Actually, I was definitely like on Twitter when it was going down. But yeah, great movie. Loved
It's
it. It
good.
was
It's
so
really good.
good.
It's really good.
hmm, okay. Well, we was talking earlier. We was the new Bel Air movie or show drama
Is it
series.
Did
good?
anybody,
I've
y'all
heard
watch
it's
that? Was
good.
that good? Did anybody watch it?
I just finished watching the first episode of it.
I
It
have to
is
finish the first episode.
it's different, and I kind of like it because usually I'm not
Like,
really into like
everybody
reboots.
who I talked to said it was good. I haven't seen it yet. That's on my
Yeah,
It's
to-do list.
it's on Peacock.
what it kind of reminds me of. It reminds me of what Riverdale did with the Archie comics in a way,
Hmm.
like how they made it kind of a little dark.
Yeah,
I wouldn't say it
okay.
was dark. It's just it's a drama now. Now
It's a
with the Archie
it's a
comics,
bit
Is
different.
it's a bit different. Carlton is, and some people are complaining about Carlton because my best friend was talking about it. She was like, "Yeah, Carlton's not goofy. Like he's a whole different person. Like he is. I mean, Uncle Phil. Like Uncle Phil's not the Uncle Phil that we knew because he's more into
Mhm.
his his business than reform
well, I
and
mean, I think we
Mhm.
all have to remember that these characters, while they were made funny, they were funny, but
it was a
they
sitcom
were also disrespectful to Will. They like Carlton thought Will was a dummy. He thought he was this dummy from the city, and it was what it was. So now turning into a drama, they can turn it into a microaggression. They can turn it into the elite black people versus the black people from the
versus
hood,
Will. Yeah,
right?
I feel like
Um,
I'm gonna watch it, but I feel like they can do that to those characters. But for me, Uncle Phil still needs to be Uncle Phil. James Avery kind of like made
set the
that
standard
role, set the standard. So if you're gonna have a new one, I don't want him to be like so different from the character that James Avery
like
made
okay, so
Uncle Phil
I'm gonna
into.
say this. I'm gonna say this, and I don't want to. I'm not gonna spoil the whole thing, but like there was a part. Now I'm not sure because I ain't really used to watch Fresh Prince like that, but they always knew why he ended up. Everybody knew why he lived there, like the family.
Mhm.
Yeah, this Uncle Phil wanted him to like say, "Oh, say you're just coming here for a better education."
See, I
Like,
didn't get to that part
Uncle
yet.
Phil, Uncle Phil's not like that.
He's kind of like hiding something, in my opinion.
Yeah,
I think
yeah,
it's
it's
like
the
more
elitist.
dramatic.
It's the elitist keeping up appearances.
yeah,
Black
black
folks.
Yeah,
bourgeoisie.
It's
that
like
house is gorgeous though.
That yes.
That goddamn house is beautiful.
so
Mm-hmm.
I'm not surprised that in this dramatic series, like nobody's, nice and everybody's kind of shitty and all of that.
Jeffrey
So like
Dahmer.
I'm not surprised.
Not I got the Euphoria touch anyway.
All right.
Very Riverdale.
I will say this about Euphoria: we've gone another episode with no pain.
Thank
Yeah,
God.
thank the Lord.
You know that maybe
That's
there
not
will be,
good.
Unseasoned.
you know,
Unseasoned.
no
Not
more
season. Yeah,
pink
we ain't
meat.
never get those. Okay, anyway.
But how many places can you put it? Like, so.
Yeah.
Apparently, a lot.
I think at this point of taping, they probably was like, "All right,
Ask
Sam, you
Nate's
gotta
brother.
I
He
thought
knows.
I was terrified because I thought when Ashtray was peeing, I was like, if they show us a child's thing, I'm out.
Oh no,
I'm
I don't
report.
think they
Yeah,
will
that would
ever
have
do
been way
that.
out of order.
I'm
That would have been
reporting
out of
it.
order.
You would have me fucked up. I don't care
No.
if it's
No, that
prosthetic.
show
or
would have
not.
got shut
Whose
down.
parent will sign off on their kid doing that? Nah.
Okay. I was
Yeah,
like,
that would have
'cause-
been way out of order.
but I wouldn't
Way
I
out of
wouldn't
order.
put it past Sam. Would any of
I feel
you?
like
I
at
wouldn't.
this point of the season, they're
I
probably
wouldn't.
like, the people, the movie magic people, probably like, I'm not making no more penises.
He probably thought about it. He was probably like,
Making them
oh,
is real people's penises.
Some of them were, but some of them were prosthetics.
He-
The ones that was erect,
Oh, they were they?
I'm crying.
Were
and
they?
fucking cows was fake. I don't care what that shit. You could tell that shit like a
Well, thank
dildo.
God, because I
Okay.
really don't want to see his penis.
Oh
No
my
rapist
God.
penis at all.
Well, anyway, on that note,
Mm-mm.
hope you've enjoyed this episode. I hope you've enjoyed Euphoria episode 6. We'll be back next week to delegate. All right. See y'all later.